welcome to my channel, Becoming Bev. A few weeks ago, I received an invitation from my friends Jim and Kathy to go on a 46-foot Bali catamaran called Sailicity, sailing to Key West and back. With Captain Neil at the helm, we left St. Petersburg, we motored through the bay, crossed under drawbridges, and then we set sail. We were two boats headed toward Key West. We were traveling with another sailboat called Still Dreamin'. About an hour into the sail, Still Dreamin' radioed us and said they were having some issues. We motored over to them, and Austin, who was on our sailboat, got off of our boat to fix the problem they were having.
We'll see you soon. Good work, team.
Apparently they had a little bit of water in the fuel. He fixed the problem, got back onto our boat, and we were both back in business. The first few days of the trip, the water was smooth as glass. We docked the boats in Venice and had a beautiful dinner. I made some new friends. I want to give a shout out to Charles and Kendra. We leisurely left Venice for an overnight sail to Key West. After we had those glassy days of sailing during the day, we got quite the surprise and had a pretty bumpy overnight ride going to Key West. I called it Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. We didn't get a lot of sleep that night, and the next day it kind of felt like you'd just taken a red-eye flight. There's something so special about sailing. You know, maybe it's partly just being on the water, maybe it's the quiet. I couldn't help but feel happy and peaceful. And there's something really, really magnificent about sunrises and sunsets when you're on the water. In some ways, my little cabin on the boat reminded me of my little space in the van, and I can definitely see the similarities of having, you know, a small space to stay in and limited storage and really only having the things that you need with you. I felt so cozy and comfortable. Now the porpoises or dolphins or whatever you want to call them joined us twice on this trip. The second time there were several of them, and I think I counted 6 in one of the videos, but they stayed with the boat for probably about 40 minutes, just jumping up out of the water and, you know, going in the wake of the boat. I sat on the front of the boat in awe, and I could have absolutely watched them for hours. They were just playing with us. Once we got to Key West, we spent a couple of nights there. I got to see my friend Proby Patterson, who let me park in his driveway while I was in Key West last year. I was walking back to the boat after showering, and I glanced down in the water and saw a nurse shark laying there. So I got my camera out, and while I was filming, another one swam right over the top of that one. We made a stop at South Seas Resort, Captiva Island. We got to spend the night at a beautiful resort there, and I got to see manatee right there in the bay in the marina. Now, I was walking back to the boat and I saw someone turn a water faucet on and make a little funnel out of their hand, and the manatee came over and drank water like it was drinking like out of the water faucet. So I thought, wow, that's fun. So I got to try it. I turned on the water faucet, made a little cup out of my hand, and sure enough, the manatee swam over for a drink of water. I posted this video on Facebook, and someone said that it's illegal to do that. So I probably shouldn't have done it, but I didn't know, and it was a really cool experience. And I have this saying, well, I didn't know I was gonna get to do that when I woke up this morning. So that's how I felt about giving the manatee a drink of water. I didn't know I was gonna get to give a manatee a drink of water when I got up this morning. I was amazed at getting to have that experience. And as we were sailing around Key West, a couple of kite surfers came out to visit, so I got to enjoy that. I really admire the strength that they have to do that and the tenacity to be out there for as long as they were. One of the things you get to enjoy on the boat is just looking out at the clouds. So I took this photo, and leave me a comment and let me know what you see in the photo. We got a good giggle out of it. I want to give a shout out to Olivia and Austin, who were on the boat and basically handled all of the docking responsibilities and helped with the overnight sails. They were amazing. I also want to give a shout out to Captain Neil. He was a knowledgeable, gracious host. And I have to admire him. After working in corporate America for years, he found something that he loves to do, and he's creating a business out of it. You can find his website. It's called Sailicity.com. I'll put a link to it in this video description. Neil does charters with his boat and also the other boat that was traveling with us, Still Dreaming. And then he's gotten into something new. He's selling fractional ownerships in the boat. So basically, you own a fourth of the boat. You get to schedule 8 weeks a year for sailing, or you can give up your weeks and he can charter them out and you can get reimbursed for some of your money that you spent buying your quarter of the boat. And then after 4 or 5 years, they sell the boat and then you recoup some of your expenses from it. So anyway, I think it's a cool deal, and I think it's awesome when someone finds something that they love doing and then they create a business from it. And then it feels like you're not even working at all. So I'm still gonna stick with van life, but I could definitely see the draw in sailboat life. It was a spectacular week. I want to say thank you to all of you who watch my videos, and a special thank you to the channel members and Patreons.